Hi, my name is Lynn, and this is my friend, Buckwheat. We're going to be with you for the next 30 minutes. We're going to show you just how much fun owning a rabbit can be. I am also going to answer questions that someone such as yourself may have who knows very little to nothing about rabbits. Questions like, what size cage should I get? What about the type of food that they eat? There's so much to choose from. Also, leash training and walking them on a leash and a harness. Should they live indoors or outdoors? Taking them to the vet. What about spaying or neutering them? Can you really litter box train your rabbits? And most importantly, how to interact your new friends with the friends you already have at home, such as your children or the animals that you already have. I'm going to answer these and many more questions. So sit back and enjoy yourself because we're going to have fun. There is one major consideration to think about before choosing your new rabbit or any pet for that matter, and that is that he is welcomed at your home. Get permission from your landlord, check with your parents. This will ensure down the road that you will not be faced with a more difficult decision, and that is finding him a new home or even worse, taking him to the pound. Our pounds are so overcrowded with unwanted pets because people haven't given this question any thought. People do not realize that rabbits are long-term pets. This little guy is about 5 to 6 weeks of age. Never ever buy a rabbit under 6 weeks of age. This will ensure that the rabbit has been weaned from its mom and it's eating rabbit pellets on its own. You also need to decide whether you want a male or a female. Both the male and the female have very unique qualities on their own. A male rabbit, such as this little guy right here, has very unique qualities. They're very sociable, they interact well with other people and other animals as well. A female, for example, such as this little girl here, they tend to be shy and bond with one person, but they do very well with that one person. There are many types of rabbits to choose from. However, these are the most popular ones that you'll find in a pet shop. The first one is a Holland Lop. Notice that the ears are down. This may very well be a fuzzy Lop by the type of the fur. Holland Lops are bred mainly for their sweet disposition, and they will get between 6 to 8 pounds. The next one is your Netherland Dwarf. These are good for small apartment dwellers. Notice the small ears. These guys will get about 2 to 4 pounds. Dutches are also another very popular breed. They're very unique. Notice the black and white markings on them. These guys will get about 5 to 6 pounds. Another very popular breed, besides the Holland Lop, is your Mini Lop. Snuggles is the biggest of the Lops, and she will get between 10 to 15 pounds. If size is a factor, check with the pet shop to make sure what size they will be before you make your choice. Now, once you have made your choice, the next thing to do is to thoroughly check over your rabbit. Start with the ears. Make sure that they're nice and clean. You don't see any brown or black stuff inside their ears. That could mean a sign of ear mites. Then check their eyes. Make sure that their eyes are nice and bright and clear and you don't see any discharge. Then go down to the nose. Make sure that the nose is clean and there's no discharge in the nose. The next part and the most important part is their 2 front paws. If you see a discharge on their front paws, it could very well mean that they could have sniffles. And sniffles is a lot like a cold to us humans. The way that you can check this is that when they clean their face, if they have a discharge, they will wipe their nose like this, therefore getting on their front paws. That's why checking the nose and their front paws is very important. The next thing to go down to is to their genitals. When you go down to their genitals, you want to make sure that there's no pellets, any soft pellets around there. That could mean that they could have diarrhea. Make sure that they're nice and clean. With some of your rabbits, you can even check their scent sacs here on the side, as with Alex, to make sure that they're also clean. If you check her over and she looks good and she feels good in your arms, then take her home. The diet is one of the very most important consideration of your bunny. Your rabbit should be on commercial rabbit pellets such as these. It should be 15% protein and at least 16% fiber. Fiber is one of the most important factors in your rabbit's diet. Too little fiber will cause diarrhea and could be the death of your rabbit. Your pellets should also be nice, dark, and green. If they're a lighter green or they're could mean that they're old. These are just a couple of the treats that your bunny can have. Even when they're as young as Alex here, your bunny can have a little bit of all of these treats. This is a trail mix. It has raisins and nuts. This is a little toy here with peanuts as well as a little dog biscuit. And this is hamster mix. Believe it or not, your bunny can't eat hamster mix. And these are just little chew sticks and things that they can have. Once they get as big as Snuggles, then they can have your people food, such as carrots, apples, raisins, and watermelon. Until they get to that age, keep them on your treats like this. Hay is also excellent fiber. Keep it in their cage. They can have as much of this as they want. It can either be oat hay, alfalfa hay, or just straw. This is very important. Bon appetit! Steve, I got to tell you, your new little friend Alex, she is such a doll.
Thanks, Lynn. We had a lot of fun picking her out. And to tell you the truth, I've never seen myself as a rabbit owner. But I found out that rabbits have a lot of personality, and they're funny, and they're entertaining, and they have a really nice temperament.
Have you had a chance to take her to the vet for her first vet visit?
No, I haven't. She's only about 8 weeks old. Do I need to take her to the vet?
This is my own personal opinion, and I do feel that they should go to the vet. Anytime that you get a new pet, whether it's a cat or a dog or even a new little bunny, you check them over, but a vet is professionally trained to find something that you may not see. You don't want to introduce that to the pets that you may already have.
What about shots? Will they require shots?
Rabbits are great that they're really low maintenance. No, they don't need any shots. You just take them in for their annual visits just to make sure that they stay healthy.
How do you feel about having her spayed?
I feel very strong on having any animal that you have spayed or neutered. Unless you're a breeder or there's a specific reason for not doing it, it makes them calmer, it makes them a happier pet, and it also gets rid of any sexual activity that you could be experiencing. Once they reach 6 to 8 months old, their personality is going to change because they're reaching their sexual peak. She will start doing things like chewing the rug, trying to build a nest for any babies that she may be having, spraying, which is a form of urination, so that a male bunny can find her. She is also going to try to mount anything she can find, a cat, a smaller dog, even yourself. So this will definitely eliminate a lot of that.
What do you think about bathing her? Can I give her a bath?
Generally, rabbits don't need a bath. Now, if she has fleas or a skin problem, then by all means, she should have a bath. However, if you do need to bathe her, it should be in warm water, and it should be in the house. Turn the water on, get her wet, shampoo her, turn the water off, and then rinse her off. Dry her immediately. Other than that, she shouldn't require a bath.
You mentioned fleas. Can I put a flea collar on her, or can I have her flea dipped at a pet store?
This is another issue I feel really strongly on. A rabbit should never have a collar on them, whether it's a flea collar or a regular collar. A flea collar is very toxic to a rabbit. As far as a flea dip, no. They don't need a flea dip the way that a dog would. Rabbits are very similar to cats. They can use a lot of cat products, such as flea shampoos and flea powders. Ideally, a flea comb is the only thing that you need.
Great. When I went to pick Alex out, the gal at the pet store said, "Do you want a male or a female?" And I said, "I don't know, I want the cutest rabbit." And is there a difference between a male and a female? I picked out a female, and I wonder if there is a difference in their temperament.
I've had both the male and the females. Shadow, my first bunny, she was very shy and tend to just bond with just myself. Buckwheat, on the other hand, is very outgoing, interacts with everyone, and the decision is up to you, whichever that you prefer. They're both ideal pets.
Great. When I'm gone during the day, what kind of an environment should I provide her so she's going to be comfortable? Can I let her run through the house, or what do you recommend?
Ideally, I would like Buckwheat to be as comfortable as I can possibly make him. During the day, no, I do not allow him to run around the house. He stays in his cage. I provide a fan for him to keep him cool, and I also have a radio on so that he has nice soothing music and he doesn't feel left alone. Other than that, when I'm home, he runs around supervised.
Great. Well, I've had a lot of fun with Alex, and we're going to have a lot of fun in the future, and I appreciate you taking the time to answer these questions.
Steve, you're doing a marvelous job.
Lucky to have you as a mate.
She's definitely going to give it to you.
You're doing a great job. Hi, Alex. Once you've decided on your bunny, and you know how big he's going to get, the next question is, what size cage do I get? I have a couple here for you to choose from. This one here, I do not recommend, and the reason that I don't is because of the flip top. This is good only for emergencies, for travel, if you're going to take him to the vet or to a friend. The reason why is because if your bunny has free access to come and go, and he jumps out and get caught, he could very easily rip a toe, break his leg, possibly even be put down. This is not a good cage. Again, keep it only as emergencies. It also has a tray on the bottom. You can put newspaper on, and you don't have to worry about cleaning up after him. This cage that Buckwheat is in is 36 inches long. They also come in 48 and other different sizes. This one is good because the door opens from the side. You can easily put a clip right here. Buckwheat can come in and out, and there's no harm done to him. This also has a tray on the bottom to collect his waste.
If your rabbit is going to spend a lot of time in this cage, put a piece of rug in there for him so he can chew, lay on, dig.
Buckwheat adequate space
When he's in the cage. Now, if your rabbit is
dogs and cats. You don't want your bunny to be in something that's so that if a cat jumps on his cage, doesn't feel secure, or he's popping back and forth in it, tips it over. Believe it or not, your rabbit can break his leg, and I've seen them have to be put down because people did not spend enough time considering where you're going to put them. Now, if you want to let your bunny go outside and get some sun, that's fine. Just don't leave him out there. Bunnies can get overheated really quickly. During the summer, for an outdoor bunny, if it gets really hot, you can provide your own air conditioning. Simply get a towel, soak it with water,
put it over the top.
The top.
You can getting fill it with water, freeze it, put it inside the cage.
Rabbit will figure out this will keep him cool. If he chews it, it's no big deal. He's only going to get wet. Another thing to keep in mind during the summer, if your bunny is a totally outdoor bunny, are flies. Keep your cage clean. Remember, he cannot get out of his cage and move it because there's flies and his cage is dirty. Flies also breed maggots. Then you're asking for trouble. Keep your rabbit cage clean. Spend some time with him. Remember, rabbits can tolerate heat up to 80 degrees Fahrenheit as long as there's constant air circulating. Past 80 degrees Fahrenheit, your bunny is going to be exhibiting heat exhaustion. Signs of heat exhaustion is a lifeless bunny, warm to the touch, sweaty or a bleeding nose, or panting rapidly. If that's take a towel in cold water, wrap it around your bunny, and take him to the vet. This will bring his temperature down until your
vet can then get to him.
To be with you. Some time with him. Put him on his leash and his harness.